After Thief of Time came out, Colin got a rather arch letter from some people saying, we note that there's another signpost to a problem. People who aren't lawyers trying to use legal language. We note, in my neck there's a note, we're making a note. We note that Terry Pratchett had just published a book called Thief of Time, and we have some reason to believe this may be influenced by some work of our own. And it went on, and it gave one the feeling, without anything being said, of can we sit down around a pile of money and discuss this? I said to Colin, tell them why, ask them why. And what came back was this. These people had done a play. And it was called Thief of Time. And it was an amateur dramatic thing which I think had 2 showings somewhere in southern England. And as far as Colin and I were able to make out, that was it, but they thought I may have seen this play. Now I'm sure you realise Thief of Time is a quote from the Bible, and what this play was about wasn't about what Thief of Time was about. I said to Colin, could you just explain to them that there's no similarity, there can be no similarity between whatever their play was and whatever I wrote. Thank them for their communication, and in a quiet way, don't tell them to push on. And I remained supremely confident about this, and Colin asked me why. Well, no, he thought there was no problem. Because they've given you the dates when the play was performed. And here, and I have beside me my diary with the proof that I was in Australia for the whole of the time. It was just right, and I'd have loved to have been in court with it. And in a small way, there's a kind of drizzle of this sort of thing. And there's a few other kind of semi-Discworld, semi-professional things out there that God knows what's happened to Troll Bridge down there in Australia. There was some quite nice work being done, and it seems to have evaporated. Haven't got a clue. But that's how things are in the movie world, or even the amateur movie world. Any questions? Anything?
When are the auditions for sorcery?
Don't know. Fairly soon, I think, because I mean they a lot of the work has already been done on. Well, I think everything's been effectively finished as far as going postal is concerned. We'll let you know.
Any news on the review yet? It was supposed to be being...
We keep hearing about it, and it goes again. And the longer it waits, the more crap it's going to be, I think. You don't know. I mean, lots of people I've heard associated with it have been quite decent names. But Hollywood is like that. It's the nice thing about mod. They say they're going to make a movie, and then they go off and they make a movie, and real stuff happens. This is a little aside. We had doubts. We always had doubts about movies, about whether things were really going to happen with Hogfather. And then I was summoned up to Angels, which is the kind of set where you go to have all your gear. It's a huge sort of property company. And they spent ages getting me right. I mean, the shoes that I wore, which never ever are in shot. My glasses were taken away, and a period pair, except what period exactly, this is Discworld, were given to me. My underwear was different. It was cleaner. the fingerless gloves and all these things. I spent sort of half a morning, and I was in a shop for seconds, and we thought, they're going to do this, and they're going to do it well. And that's why we like mob. It's a physical thing. We nip into their offices for a curry and to see what's going on every time we're in London. Stuff actually happens. Shit happens. That's why we use mob. We don't make as much money as Hollywood would offer. On the other hand, we do get the money, and we actually get the movie, which is what it should all be about. But so, there we are. I think they want to go on making. I don't think they're going to want to stop. The big thing now is what we do about guards, because what I've said is that the Guards series would be available as the series, the whole bit, because if you flog guards, and not the others, and then it falls over, what are you going to do about the other ones? There are historically some ways where you can get around that, but you just don't want that to happen. I mean, but behind all this is the fact that I'm quite comfortable with the books. And I'm quite comfortable with the small-scale things that happen. And while not being entirely under my control, they are certainly within my influence. And I like that, and I see no reason now to compromise. What you have to remember is that I'm not locked in with you. You're locked in with me. Sorry, I couldn't push it. I won't compromise it. That's where it is. I mean, I suspect there is never going to be a big Discworld movie, because what exactly would it be? Because that's the other thing they find difficult. So what's this one about? Oh, this is about rebuilding a post office. What's this one about? And it's not a series of stuff. And the other difficult thing is, which we've tried to get across to the BBC, that while all the guards are going on, other history is going on. So there will be not so much leaps in a plot, but leaps in the background, which we'd have to deal with. There were other problems when we were talking about the We Free Men. Granny Weatherwax and Nanny Og couldn't appear in it by name, because then they would be, as characters, owned by Sam Raimi's bunch. So we couldn't actually then do a movie with them in it without reference to Sam Raimi. What a tangle. And that's what's happened with Mort. Mort's got into a huge tangle with people owning bits of it because they provided something or worked on the script. And it's so tangled it's not moving, unless I do something really, really legal fairly shortly, which I think is going to happen. Which I don't have to do, because getting legal means you just tip your wallet down the drain.
Right, so call that a time today. So thank you very much, Terry. So